Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Pits of Metal Chaos. This is your host, Dave. I got a special guest, guitarist Paul Quinn from Masada. How's it going, Paul?
It's going great, man. I hope it's going well with you, too.
So, Paul, the band originally started back in 1989, correct?
No. Actually, that's when we did our first release. We started in 1986.
86. And
yes, sir.
Then what year did you guys disband?
91. So Bill and I, the original bass player, we started playing together shooting like 84, 85. And we really officially formed Masada in 86, and we had about a 5-year run, man, and it was crazy.
Yep, Lake County band, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep, we were one of the real original thrash bands from northern Illinois.
Yeah, you guys and Wrath.
Yep, and Numbskull, our boys.
Oh yeah, Numbskull. So now,
They're big brothers, man.
So now, how did you guys come up with the name of the band?
Oh, we had kicked a whole bunch of them around, and some were kind of dumb. We were just trying to go for the most hateful or most evil thing we could come up with, and it was like a big joke, And actually, the guy who was jamming with us one time, he came in and he said, we should think about doing Masada. And we're like, what's that? And it turns out it was a city, where a bunch of a bunch of Jews were being persecuted, and they were being chased basically by the Romans. And Masada was a city on top of a big plateau, and it was a fortress. So they were holed up in this fortress, and the Romans built a giant stone road to go up there and kill them all. And right before the Romans got there, they all basically gave them the middle finger and jumped off the cliffs themselves and showed themselves. We're like, damn, man. they were hardcore. They took that shit all the way.
Right.
So it's stuck, because a lot of people didn't really know what it meant, but we were like, yeah, it had some, a bigger meaning to it.
That's cool, man. So now, 2013, you guys put this band back together again?
Yeah, we started messing around. I'm sorry, what year did you say?
2013?
I don't think so. I think it's a little later than that. Probably, but not too far from them. Yeah, I built a recording studio in my house, and just like a small home studio. I was getting really rolling with it, and I didn't have anything to record, because I figured you're going to be learning, and so I started kind of screwing around with some songs from the old Masada demos, and then I started sending them to the guys and saying, "Hey man, check this out," and they were like, "What the hell?" So yeah, it kind of got the whole ball rolling.
Wow. So three of the guys still live in Illinois, and then you and one other guy are in North Carolina now?
Yep. Me and Doug are down here, and then Ray, Jim, and Nick all live up, in the Lake County area.
So I know you guys are playing that show at Lakeville, Illinois.
Yeah, at the Terminus Theater, and it'll be our first show since 1991, so we're all really excited and looking forward to it. And we're to play with Luna and Sanguinum, and of course Skip's singing for them, so it's awesome. Skip and the Numbskull boys were kind of like our big brothers back in the day. They kind of showed us the ropes, and it was awesome.
Now that's the only show you guys got scheduled so far?
For right now, yeah, because the guys are gonna. The next one the guys are gonna come down here in North Carolina. We got a couple of things that are cooking, a couple of small festivals, and we'll get on one of them. We're just not sure which one, and we're gonna have them fly down, do the next one down here, and then then we'll start figuring out how to make it happen in both places at once. The idea is to have enough gear in both places so that we can just fly back and forth and just take advantage of it. Especially cheap airline tickets, whenever we can get them.
Now, is there any plans to record some new shit?
Sorry, I lost you there.
I said, any plans to record some new shit?
Oh yeah, we don't stop recording. Um, we figured out how to do this thing long distance. We actually I read this article about how Meshuggah was like trading music files, and like they just one of the guitar players have an idea, he'd record it, he'd shoot it to the other guys, and the other guys would play with it, and then they'd shoot it back, and they were just going back and forth from their little home studios, and they were able to put together songs and arrange them and all that stuff, and they literally would only get together to rehearse, then record, and then go on tour. And I thought, damn, man, I bet we could do that. And so when I built my home studio, once I started getting real serious about buying hardcore software, I made sure that we could basically trade files over the internet and record over the internet. So, you know, it's like the Jetsons now, man. The whole thing has changed.
That's pretty cool, man. So now for you, what's your history in music? What age did you start playing the guitar?
Still, I'm sorry, you have to forgive me, brother. I must have a bad connection because I can't hardly hear what you're saying.
I said, for you, what's your history in music? What age did you pick up the guitar?
What age?
What age did you start playing guitar?
I guess I started playing right around 16 or 17. And basically I had played drums for a while, and I got hurt playing baseball real bad, and had to basically wear a leg brace for about a year. So it was like drums were definitely out. So I traded them off, and so just a local buddy of mine, he had guitar, and I got his guitar, and it was something I could do on the couch, and man, I just took off from there.
Now, did you take lessons, or were you self-taught?
I actually did take a couple of lessons, but I'm talking about like 6. So most of it I'm self-taught.
Now, did you play any bands prior to Masada?
No, Masada was my first real band, and they were all my buddies from high school, and you know we were all in a big clique. You know, we were all a bunch of heavy metal kids, and you know from about 81 on, and so yeah, no, it was Masada, and that was my first band, and it was awesome.
Now, have you played with any bands out in North Carolina?
Oh yeah, I never stopped playing. When I moved to North Carolina, I played in a couple of local bands. Just did one band just to kind of break out of doing metal, just to do something different, and wasn't really digging that, so I went back to playing metal. And within a year of that, I decided to start my own band because I sing as well, and so I started my own band, and I've been going ever since. So 23, 24 years now.
Now, what guitar players would you say are your biggest influences?
Well, definitely Yngwie Malmsteen. I mean, that dude broke the bank for me. And it's like, when I heard that, I was like, that's me. I was like, that's all I could think about. You know, of course, the guys from Slayer, especially Jeff Hanneman. I was a huge Jeff Hanneman fan. Always have been. And then Dave Mustaine. So I'd say those were my big ones.
Now, what bands were the biggest influences for the band Masada?
Oh, let's see. Definitely Slayer. I mean, you always have to go with Slayer. And then Venom. We were huge Venom fans. Motorhead. Basically all the big bands from back then, you know, the really nasty heavy metal. But, you know, we were also big fans of traditional metal too, you know, like Saxon and Iron Maiden and all that kind of stuff. But the really heavy stuff, it just seemed like it was calling us. We were heavily influenced by that.
Now, when you guys were together back years ago, did you guys go on any tours at all?
Just like weekend touring, you know, we'd go out and go hit some of the other local states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, and then all around northern Illinois. So we had to do small peanut butter and jelly kind of stuff because we were broke. We were just young kids, and just we basically play any place that we could kick the doors down on. And, we never made any money doing it or anything like that. It was just like the coolest hobby you could have.
Now, did you guys get to open for any national acts?
Oh yeah, we even played on one of the Milwaukee Metal Fests, and so yeah, we got to do some. I'm trying to think. We did a show with Obituary. We did. Let's see, Sick of It All. There's a whole bunch of them. Especially on the Milwaukee Metal Fest, on those things, you end up playing with tons of bands.
Oh yeah, Jack Koshik. He used to have them bands playing from the morning all the way to 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, they were awesome. We played with the band Death. We were actually under the same management as them at one time, and but mostly we tried to just trade local shows with other bands from other areas. So that was our big thing. It's like just get out in front of their crowds, bring them down, have them play in front of ours, and there's a lot of trading.
Now, how many guitars do you own?
Oh Jesus, 10 or 11 of them, I guess. A couple of acoustics, and then all the rest electrics. So
which ones are your go-to guitars for shows?
Oh, definitely my V. I love my Flying V. It's an old 1992 standard Gibson Flying V that I've just customized and loaded it up the way I wanted it. That's my go-to. And then after that, both my Les Pauls.
Now, what kind of rack you play out of?
Right now, I'm playing Black Star, and I've been playing Black Star and using the Fractal stuff too. So I'm a big fan of the Fractal. It's been a game changer.
So now, what do you think about the way things are in these days compared to back in the 80s when you had no social media and stuff like that?
Well, that's a huge change, man. It is a huge change. And some things about it are better. It is easier in some ways to reach out to people. In the 80s, man, we'd have to print flyers and, walk around the whole damn town putting them on telephone poles and going to shows, hand them out, put them on people's cars and stuff like that.
Doing tape trading.
What's that?
I said doing tape trading.
Oh man, we were all over that too. Our bass player Bill, man, he was the king of the tape traders. I mean, it was like every week he'd come in with a stack of new stuff and say, like, "Look what I got," and it was like Christmas every Saturday. So yeah, lots of tape trading.
Yeah, that's cool though. You get to back in the day, the tape trading, you get to check out all the different bands from all over the world.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. I mean, we look back at it now, and Bill actually said it was the analog internet. I was like, yeah, it was, man. it was the wireless internet. We just get these tapes in the mail. We trade them off with other people. You'd send them your whole list. It's like, hey, man, this is what I got. This is what I got. We trade up with each other, and we'd get so much cool music from around the whole damn world. And most of our buddies, they didn't know anything. They were just like, where the hell are y'all getting this stuff? And we're just like, through the mail.
Yeah. So now with shit going on these days, with coronavirus shit going on, what do you think that's gonna be impact on like metal shows?
I don't know. It seems like a lot of hysteria. It's like, yeah, this shit is serious. You gotta be careful. You gotta take care of yourself and all that. But they're making it out like it's the Black Plague. It's wiping out half the country, and you look around and how many people have actually gotten it. It's pretty low. It doesn't mean it ain't dangerous. It's just I don't see it being what they're trying trying to make it out to be. You know,
like you got all these sporting events where people aren't coming out no more, and they're canceling parades for St. Patrick's Day and stuff now.
Yeah, it's all crazy, but that's the world we live in now. You know,
so
the boobs on TV. You know, they start telling us, oh, we're all gonna die, and everybody, freaking out and buying all the toilet paper. It's like, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with it all, but they're losing their minds.
Yeah, hopefully the metal community still comes out and watches the metal shows, man.
Oh yeah, I'm not even fretting it at all. I'm just saying, hey, the big deal is we're gonna show up. We're gonna have some fun. We got a lot of friends in the area. They're all gonna come out. And we're just gonna have a big time.
Now, what can you think of one most embarrassing or funny story from the band Masada?
Oh, let me think. Dude, we got so many stories. Holy shit. I'll tell you my personal one. We were playing, I think, in Milwaukee, and there was a big stage and a pretty decent sized drum riser on it. And I put one foot up on it, and I don't know what the hell I thought. And I was like, I was going to do a backflip. I have no idea. I didn't know how to do a backflip, and I was just so wound up. I did the backflip, and I actually over-rotated, and my feet landed out in front of me. Man, I spilled on the ground like a son of a bitch. And I popped. I jumped up to my feet right away, and immediately I just kind of stood there for a second like, am I okay? And I thought, I think I am, and I just started playing. I thought for sure I broke my leg or something, but I was okay.
So what did the rest of the guys say to you after that incident?
Well, when we finished the show, they were just looking at me like, what the hell were you doing? I was like, I don't know. And then we all just laughed about it and we just kept on going.
So what do you think are the pros and cons of the music business?
Well, the music business is completely upside down now. And, the actual business side of it is completely unrecognizable. It used to be, you go and you record your songs, and you press an album, and, then it was cassettes and CDs, and all of a sudden you'd sell all that stuff at your shows. Well, people don't buy music like that anymore. They get on one of these music services, and they can listen to it basically, for free. And so you don't really sell records hardly anymore. We still press them. My band down here in North Carolina, we still press them, and we do still sell them. A lot of people will want them just to have them signed because it's kind of like a souvenir kind of thing. But that part of it is really different. And at the same time, the internet, which was what changed it all, made it where you can reach people, completely on the other end of Earth that you would never had the opportunity to connect to. So it's a weird dynamic where you're in one side, it's really giving you options that you would have never had back then, and at the same time, it's taken away. So it's all in how you look at it.
Now, Paul, out in North Carolina, do you have any clubs that have DJs that try to do pay-to-play shows?
We've seen that like over in Charlotte, but I'm in the Raleigh area by the capital, and no, we don't really see that here.
So what's your opinion on promoters that try to do that kind of shit?
I'm not a fan. I'm not. I just look at it like this, I'm not going to bash them. I know that they're trying to do something, and if it gets these kids out into the public and they get exposure, then that's fine. I'm just not participating. I'm looking at it like, that's not for me.
Now, what kind of advice would you give young up-and-coming bands out there these days?
I'd say the number one is to really put the time in. You got to really put the time in, and learn your instruments as best you can. The way the internet is now, man, you can get on YouTube and get free lessons all day long. I mean, I'm still doing it myself, and I'd say put that time in up front, and don't put anything out that isn't high quality. If you gotta wait and save up money to go record something and make it high quality, do that, because you only get that one opportunity, and that window of opportunity is really short nowadays. People's attention span is real short, and if you don't put out your best, then you might not get a second chance at it.
Now, how many social media sites can we find the band on?
Well, I know we have an Instagram, but mostly we stick to Facebook because everybody's on it. And then our big thing is that we ask people to join our email list because social media sites, they try to throttle bands' access to the people who like their pages. They want you to pay to reach out to them. So what we do is people join our or like our Facebook page or the Instagram or anything like that. We'll reach out to them and quick chat with them and say, hey, we'd like to add you to our email list, and that way we have a direct line to them. So we don't depend 100% on the social media side. We use it as as a part of the puzzle, but we like to reach out to them directly. Send them an email. We use like an email service that allows us to put embedded videos and all that kind of stuff in there. So when they get one, an email from us 3 or 4 times a year, they usually get a free download song. There's something going on. Makes it worth opening.
Now, does Masada currently have any merchandise that people can buy online?
They can't buy it online yet. After this first Terminus show, our new store will be up, but it won't be up until then. Going through all the BS of setting up to use credit cards, and it turned out to be a lot more complicated than we thought, because just for internet safety, we had to make sure that when we do something, we have to make sure that there's no way that you could have a bad experience due to our website. So we gave it to a developer who's putting it all together and make sure that it's safe. Because I was like, somebody's credit card got hacked or something because of a T-shirt he tried to buy from a website. I can never recover from that. That's the person who basically puts us on the hate list. So we're like, no, we'd rather do go slow and make it right.
Now, at the Terminus show, where you guys have merchandise available?
Oh yeah. We got some T-shirts and CDs, and we got things like that. So yeah, we'll definitely have merch there at that show.
I know. Here's some fun questions now. What is your favorite food to eat?
My favorite what?
Your favorite food what's your favorite food you like to eat?
Oh, my favorite food. That's got to be steak. Got to go for the steak.
What's your favorite beverage?
Favorite beverage? Well, it's definitely beer. I would say right now there's a local brewery here that sells a beer called Trophy Wife. By far my favorite.
Now, what's your favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
I keep it simple. I have to stay away from sodas and all those kind of things. They're just all bad for you, so it's just water. Well, no, let's back up. Coffee. Definitely coffee.
All right. Well, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve? Biggest pet peeve will be when you ask somebody a question and they answer the question they want to answer, not the one that you asked them.
All right, top 5 favorite bands of a lifetime.
Okay, definitely Slayer, Yngwie Malmsteen. I'm a big Propane fan. Got to go with Metallica, and I'll just go with Iron Maiden because you can't go wrong with that.
I know Propane's on. Are they on tour yet, or are they about to go on tour?
I don't know. I know they did a bunch of European stuff, but then Gary, the singer, he got mugged at a bar where he like hung out with some guys after a show, and they all acted like they were his friends. And as soon as he stepped outside, they mugged him and beat him up and hurt him real bad. So I know they had to stop running for a while, but I think they're back out on the road now.
Yeah, because I know they're supposed to be coming out this way. I forgot when the day was, but I know Wrath is playing with them.
Oh yeah, that'll be a great show, man. They're great live. If you haven't seen Propane, you got to go see them. They're fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, I've seen Propane when they opened for Overkill.
Let's see, was that back in the Foul Smoke
Yeah, yep,
Freedom kind of era?
Yep.
Yeah, they were hot as hell then too. I like them better now, actually. Though they're just much heavier now.
And I've seen the Crumbsuckers before.
Oh yeah, we went and seen the Crumbsuckers, but it was so crazy at the show. We saw them at some little club in Chicago. All I can remember is it was so crazy that you couldn't hardly even see them or hear them because people were just losing their minds.
Yeah. All right, what was the first metal concert you ever went to?
Well, I don't know if it was really metal, but it was metal to me. Just went and seen Kiss, and I was probably 5th or 6th grade, and begged for some tickets, and got them.
Yeah, that's Skip's favorite band, Kiss.
Yeah, I was a big fan of them when I was a kid, but I don't think it was so much of the music. I think I was just totally taken back by that image. It was like, what the hell is this? And it sucked me in.
So who writes all the lyrics for Masada?
I do. I write all the lyrics for songs, and I write. I definitely arrange all the songs, and the other guitar player Ray and I, we trade files back and forth, and just riffs and stuff, and then we kind of flesh them out. And then once I get a couple of pieces that I'm really liking, then I'll start working up a song. But our big thing is that we have like a stockpile of riffs and parts that are all recorded, and we just go back when I get in a good writing mood and I'm banging out words. Then I go back and look and see if any of these ideas look like they would fit, and then next thing you know, bam, I'm off and running.
So where do you get your inspiration from to write the lyrics?
Oh, all over the place. Right now, our big thing, we did a couple of EPs, and it was, social commentary, life experiences, things like that. And I had an idea for a story because I just like to write in general, and I had this storyline idea, and I wrote one song that kind of fit just like a part of that story. I let the boys hear it and say, "Here, tell me what you think of this." And then I told them what it was, and they were like, "No shit." And so I started dropping another one, and it's all under the next album is going to be called Pharaoh City, and the story is about this place, Pharaoh City.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's a concept record, and for an unsigned band, they say that's the kiss of death. I'm like, man, bring it on. It's like, as far as I'm concerned, if people say you shouldn't do it, that's probably a good reason to do it.
So now,
it's kind of a.
Go ahead.
It's going to be a somewhat science fiction, somewhat social commentary kind of story. So it's got a big theme to it, and I've mapped out the whole story like you would in a book, and every song also gets like like a preview. It's like 2 or 3 paragraphs. Like if you go on YouTube and look at any of our new material, you'll see in the description. It's like a story. It reads like a book, and it's like telling you what's happening right up to the moment when the song starts. And we do it that way because this way the song can stand by itself. Like if you were to listen to this record from front to back, you wouldn't say, "Oh, I get the story." You know, they're just songs. But then the story is like in between the songs, so you can see that they are connected and they have some meaning. And the story is like a snapshot of one moment in the story.
Awesome, man. So now this will be a full-length album?
That's what we're thinking. Yeah, we're thinking. We've been just doing singles. You know, every few months we'll do another one, do another one, do another one, and we're thinking, yeah, we're gonna do a full length.
Very cool, man. So now, in the next 5 years, Paul, where do you hope to see this band at?
I want to see us getting invited to some bigger things, and hopefully get to do some festivals and things like that, because touring is going to be a real problem for us because of the fact, we all got lives, and we took such a long break from this. Everybody, they raised their kids and they did all the stuff. Now we're just playing music for fun, and so I don't think anybody's looking to just quit their day jobs because they've all got careers, and so we're just having fun with it, and we'd like to do some bigger things, but you got a lot of grinding to make that happen. So we're just going to kind of stay on the path of constantly release material, keep giving people new stuff to listen to, and hopefully get an invite or two.
Awesome. Well, Paul, I want to thank you very much for taking time to do an interview, man.
Yeah, well, hey, I appreciate it, man.
You have any final words or shout outs? You want to do anything before we close?
Well, yeah, of course I want to shout out to all the boys in the band, which is Nick Trevetto on vocals, Jim Hart on the drums, we got Ray Vasquez on the guitar, Dave Hamill on the bass. Always got a shout out to my boys, got a shout out to the Numbskull guys, especially Skip McGowan. He's the godfather of the local thrash scene in the northern Illinois area. And, looking forward to playing with them. And, hey, got nothing better to do. You need to come on down here because this is going to be a wild one.
Awesome. Now, what is the song Firefight about?
It's actually literally about a firefight, like a gunfight that kind of erupts out of nowhere, where basically some of the characters in the story just, moving quietly and walk right into a trap. And that's why it's called Firefight.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to play that song right now, and thanks again for doing an interview, man.
All right, brother. Well, thank you so much, and we'll hope to see you soon.
Awesome. You have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
Silence, shouted by hate, triggered by criminal fire. Lying in the passions of death, caught in the last light of fire. Bullets swarming like bees, guessing to fill every gap. Carnage fills the streets, every escape is a trap. Indiscriminate firing into the night. Most flesh got you blinded by the light. No choice but to stand your ground and die. Firefight! Firefight! Something!
Alright, that was Masada, the song Firefight. Once again, I want to thank guitarist Paul Quinn for doing that interview. And if anyone's in the Illinois area, or even if you're not, you want to fly in or drive in to come see this band, April 25th, Terminus Theater, Lakeville, Illinois. Come check them out. And once again, I want to thank Paul for the interview. And we're going to close this show out with the song Feral City. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Keep it metal.
Technological nightmares revealed over time. Digital prisons built for the mind. Unbelievable horrors beyond the realm of the now. Slowly submitting to the blue healing glow. We're not chasing to violence, but I'm staying down in the jaws of lions. There's no escaping ferocity. When the heart of the good man turns to blackness as he tries to survive in a world of madness. There's no escaping ferocity. Inside the circle, they shine like the sun. The captures entrapping, ascending above. The sick and the injured will all be removed. Like ants in the lions, the willing is slain. Chasing to violence, but I'm staying down in the jaws of lions. There's no escaping ferocity. When the heart of the good man turns to blackness as he tries to survive in a world of madness. There's no escaping ferocity.
Alright, there was Feral City by Masada. Once again, I want to thank Paul Quinn, guitarist from Masada, for doing an interview. And like I said, April 25th, Terminus Theater in Lakeville, Illinois. If you're not doing nothing, April 25th, come out to this metal show with Masada, Luna and Sanguium, the Miners. It's going to be an awesome show. Come out there and support. Anyway, thanks for everyone for tuning in tonight. Like I said, keep it fucking metal. Later.